What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video though, this live is going to be entitled, as you can see, is Black America concerned about the right things? And I'm going to touch on 5 different things because we need to have this discussion. Well, I feel like I'm on the table. What's up, Vernon, man? Appreciate you. First and foremost, are we concerned about helping hands or are we concerned about handouts? This thing with Robert Smith had me thinking, and Robert Smith is a one man. Yes, he's a billionaire, but he did something that's a helping hand. I'm a firm believer that God helps those who help themselves. And you see people who help people who are helping themselves. Those were college students. So obviously they were going in a positive direction, right? But a lot of the complaints we're going to get, and we get when Black people do things for Black people, is what are you doing for the whole community? But the community that they're talking about is the community that wants handouts. So now the people, what's happening, fam? I'm trying. So we got the people who want handouts. So if you don't do something for the people who want handouts, you're not looking out for Black people. That's problematic. Because all of these people who have these handouts and get these handouts given to them, Torin, what's popping, man? All these people who want these handouts, they're not going to do anything with them because the Black community should be concerned about each one teach one, but people who are going in a positive direction. If you're doing right, I'm gonna help you up. But if you're doing wrong, I'm gonna leave you where you stand. But we're operating in reverse because we're concerned about the wrong things. We're at a point where it's blasphemous to not help a screw up. That's wrong. Yeah. Part of our interaction, we got to help out the brothers who are incarcerated. They're not political prisoners. They're not Black Panthers. We're not talking about Black Panthers. We're not talking about people in the civil rights movement. We're not talking about people who had like protest movements for unfairness in America. We're talking about flat out criminals. That's who we need to help. No. We need to help these single parents households. And I got a child out of wedlock. I'm not married to her. But here's the thing. That's my responsibility. And that's her responsibility. And this is not the Black community's responsibility whatsoever. But we don't want to talk about that part because, we keep promoting handouts. So are we concerned about the right thing? Because we're saying, how's Black America going to progress in the future? Well, it's not going to go good because of all these damn handouts y'all want. You people, man, why don't you give these people enough money to be entrepreneurs? First of all, you don't give a person money to become an entrepreneur. They got to have a plan. You notice people like that who are real entrepreneurs, they got a business plan. They take that to a bank. They got to crunch some numbers. It's not, you know what? I got a great idea. I just need $50,000. I don't know what I'm doing though. No. But if you got an idea and a plan, now somebody willing to hear you. Now somebody trying to listen to what you got to say. So do you want a helping hand or do you want a handout? You got to ask the real questions. And part of that issue is really to a degree that a lot of families have taught you that you needed a handout. Where did you get that learning from? Church. God gonna bless you. God looking out for us. Look at what God done for us. God is doing miraculous things. But faith without works is dead. But we forget the works part. All we just straight faith, no works. Or I ain't gonna say no works, minimal works. Problem. Big, big, big problem. So now it's a situation where when something happens, you're blessed. Somebody gave me something for free. I'm blessed. Look at what happened to me. I got blessed. Look at what's going on. We blessed. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Mike. You know, little Oreo, little what's popping? You know, we blessed. We all blessed. But when it's time to be a blessing to somebody, all of a sudden we ain't so godly. All these people who need all these handouts, oh, they can't give a helping hand, but they blessed. Hallelujah. Sanctified in the blood of Jesus when they get something that they feel that they earn. Life, karma, and God's way of repaying them for their good works. But here's the problem: they don't go out, paying it forward to other people. All of these people who get blessed, you don't see them paying it forward that often. And this is going on in our community. So, do we want a helping hand or do we want a handout? When people are talking about these politics, what we talking about? Liberal and conservative. People are saying liberals give you handouts. Conservative ideology is more conducive to a helping hand. Most Black people are conservative, but a lot of people are tired of helping people who aren't about anything. How do I say that? Because we got a lot of lazy entrepreneurs in our community. Everybody's an entrepreneur, but where's your work ethic? See, I'm a boss. I don't want to work for nobody. Okay, so if you're a boss and you don't want to work for nobody, how hard are you working in whatever endeavor you got going on? You know what I'm saying? For real. I feel you, Mike. That's the problem, though. We in these situations now where nobody wants to, you don't want to work for a person and you don't want to work. But what is our community really doing? What is our community doing at this point? Are we doing the right thing? I don't know. I don't look like it. And the reason I say I don't look like it, because we're not concerned about getting the next generation higher than we are. We're concerned about getting something for nothing because we feel owed by the world and society. What's up, Lowcast? Hey, thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night. Mr. 1976, what's good, man? Now, here's the other thing, because I'm going to jump into this real quick. Because part of the problem is also social media. Is Black America concerned about the right things? Because everybody in America is clout chasing. No, nobody's chasing progress. We chasing clout. So now you got people online, narcissistic as all get out, vain, playing too many games because you want to be the cool kid, but on the internet. Yeah, I feel like we're owe reparations, but just because you owe reparations does not mean you're going to get it, but you still got to do something in the interim. I come from a family who got their land stolen, land and oil, ran people out of town trying to kill them. You know what I'm saying? And not like a family of people that I didn't see in my lifetime. Going from a big farm with acres and cattle and land and oil to living in the projects to hide from white folks trying to kill you. Yeah, are we old? Absolutely. But let me get back on this here topic. A lot of us are chasing clout instead of progress. The black community is worried about clout. This is what swag is about, clout. You can have swag and not have a dollar to your name, but somehow you're doing good. You know? So that's once again a problem. That's why is it all fun and games? Sometimes. It's the American way. I hate to say it, but we're not concerned about the right things because it's America. This is what America's about: entertainment, a false narrative. But if you notice, when you go out with people nowadays, you can be out with them and they on their phone. Why? Because they're chasing clout. They're not chasing anything else but clout. And the problem with that is, at the end of the day, we're in a situation where you got adults who are reverting to high school children. I wasn't cool back in the day. Now I could be cool. I'm going to take my pictures. I got my nice outfit. Oh, they going to like me. They still don't like you, fam. And you have to let that go. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Mike. Everything has an agenda, but the agenda is clout. And we was on a brother pill with Sin for the P, and that's part of the issue. People are chasing clout, but you can't turn clout into profit. I understand if you're chasing clout and then you're trying to, you're trying to mold your popularity in some type of stream of income. I can get that, but we just chasing attention just to be chasing attention, just to say that we got attention. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. So we got parents out here acting like, children who wants their parents' attention. And is that progressive? No, because when people put out progressive information on this same internet through this same social media, all people get is inspired. I got inspired. Exactly, Phil. Exactly. You got people who trying to tell you how to buy real estate. That's not more important than clout. Wow. Okay. How to learn how to trade stocks. Not more important than clout. Oh, I don't get it. Even learning about cryptocurrency. Not more important than clout. Wow. Okay. I'll give health and fitness is a great one. Health and fitness has a big population. They have a lot of subscribers, but are their subscribers actually getting healthier? I don't think the vast majority of them are, because, they're just chasing clout. I did 3 push-ups today. Take a picture. Really? Really? Rael was popping. That's the problem, though. So when it's time to progress, ain't no clout in that. We on the internet where people, look at me, I got 30 bands in my hands. Look at that. Oh, look at all that money. How'd you make the money? See, if you could tell people how to make money, you actually have a whole lot more followers. But since you just want to stunt on people, you're subjected to, I just see how many likes I could get. Really? Let me see how many followers I can get. Let me see how many people I can add. Let me see how fun this is. And I'm not going to lie. Social media can be entertaining, but that's about it. Because everybody is out to be entertaining at this point. Few people are real. Few people are sincere. It's all, everybody has their own television channel. And salaciousness and the hot news topics sell. So what we doing? Clout is very, very important to some of us, to the point that we're not even making sense. And I'm about to get to that point in a second. About us as a people. Are Black people concerned about the right things? No, because some of us are concerned about magical arguments. Amos Wilson, I think, was quoted saying that we got too many magical thinking people. Let me explain this. I'm black, but melanin is not going to help my situation. Oh, it's because of the melanin. Maybe it's because of my work ethic. Maybe it's because of my intellect. Maybe it's because I persevere. Maybe it's because of my integrity. Grossmaster, what's popping, man? Yeah, people are considered, real corny and lame when they being real with people. That's a problem. But we're concerned about magical thinking. It's gonna turn over just some magical way. This is why I was talking about helping hands and handouts at the beginning of this. Because magical thinking is we're gonna have a couple of black people who have a super bags of money, and they're gonna give us all money, and then that's just gonna fix everything. It's not. That's magical thinking. People still have issues. People still have vices. People still are mentally immature. People still are going to do irresponsible things. People still put their urges over their needs and their family's needs. So we stuck in magical thinking. So I don't think we're concerned about the right thing. What's up, Mahogany? Now, here's the other issue about that. And got to talk about this, even with the sisters, about this magical thinking. To me, colorism is magical thinking at times. I don't understand it. It's because of my color. So if people tell you that you're pretty, is racism going to go away for you? Is the systematic part of racism going to go away for you? Hotep, Solo. And if y'all don't know, subscribe to Solo, dog. That's the homie right there. Been doing. He came up, man. I'm proud of you, dog. I can't say enough, but I'm proud of you, dog. You keep on growing, fam. And the thing about it is, if colorism is a problem, it's a problem. But it's not going to change America's racism. You might feel like you get more attention in public and people think you're cuter, but it's not going to change the underlying belly of American racism. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, man, we got some effed up priorities. Wayman. You I ain't even got to say it's a no, huh? There's racism. But, there's racism, it's a caste system, it's a class system. Are you held down by it? You can get yourself if you're in a lower class, you can get yourself out of the lower class and it'll be less of an issue. But things gonna happen. Now, are you gonna get affected by racism every day? No, because even when I was in the hood, it wasn't affecting me every day. I had issues with teachers, that was racism, but had issues with cops. But, out in the suburbs, I have issues every now and then with folks, but this is not an everyday thing. But that's the part of the magical thinking to me. Yeah, I mean, what we call real racism, I mean, it depends on when it hits. It depends, because I think racism is the same as it's always been, except for it's less violent. It can't be as openly violent. And I don't even think that's because the people change. I think it's because we as Black people also have this stereotype of being ultra violent now. So it's not that easy to just roll up on us. People will roll up on us back in the days because we didn't own guns like that. We didn't own guns and we didn't have a reputation for just beating the brakes off of people. That changed, and now people are, they're like racist or they have some type of animosity, but they don't really want to pull up like that now. But back to the magical, us concerned about magical thinking. We don't, we think that the world is changing, technology is changing around us and it's not going to affect us because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot. We have always survived. We've always pushed through. We've always made it. We've always persevered. But we keep complaining about what? That we're behind. We're behind. Everybody else is up here and we're behind. Isn't part of the problem? Because at the end of the day, we're not thinking about getting ahead of the curve. Because our answer to get ahead of the curve is magical. Jesus is gonna come do it. Malcolm X is gonna come back. Some great black savior gonna show up and fix all of our problems. All 40 million of our problems is gonna be fixed by one, LeBron James intellect child, and then we ain't gotta do nothing no more. That's magical. Highly magical. I was thinking about that. I went to see John Wick. I went to see John Wick, and the previews of Hobbs and Shaw, The Rock and Jason Statham, their Fast and Furious movie. And there was a scene in a trailer where The Rock went to Samoa back home, and he said, we're going to need some guns. So he pulls back. He has this big shed that has all kinds of guns in it. Well, it had all kinds of guns in it. He says, Mom, where the guns at? I threw them away. I didn't like them things. So they had a bunch of old weapons from 1830, and they taking on soldiers with guns. That's us. That's what we be doing. You know what I'm saying? Big J Triple X was popping. Gregory, what's popping, man? Appreciate it. So what's interesting is we keep thinking this magical thinking is actually an answer for anything. Now, my grandparents used to tell me common sense ain't that common. And obviously it's not nowadays. Because what keeps going on over and over and over and over again is I'm seeing people get older and lose common sense. That's not going to work. I know a few adults who've been partying and playing with their whole lives. Now it's time to pay the piper. And they just think they could show up 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, you got to hold my hand. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold my hand and help me. No. And I literally talked to grandparents, parents, and people who aren't parents but are too old to be acting childish in the last 7 days, thinking, my life is gonna magically turn around after all this partying and kicking it all these years. Mahogany, thank you, Shug. We do need to focus our energy on us. That's the problem. But we're focused on ourselves in the wrong way. And this and which leads me into where I'm about to go next. We have bad ideologies. And when I say bad ideologies, I'm gonna even use it in a relationship thing, because Black YouTube loves the relationship part, right? We're getting with each other. We're talking about each other like we're preying on each other. I got to get you before you get me. Ain't nothing positive gonna come out of that situation. Not just for the parties involved, but for the parties who will interact with these people after these type of interactions are involved. Now we talk about, all this trauma that you get from, growing up in bad neighborhoods and bad families and bad situations, and we're decompressing from that trauma of childhood, teenage years, and as a young adult. But now we becoming adults, And we're doing this extra trauma, extra trauma. And this is a problem. So once again, we on one. So the lady, the fellas, these women are looked at negative. And let's be honest. The bad reputations that we have between men and women, some of them are deserved. But the problem with that is this, because we're not concerned about the right things. The people who are pointing the finger sometimes can only see what they felt like was done to them. They can't never see what they've been doing to people. That's just, all of a sudden, that part just eludes them. I didn't even really think about it like that. How you didn't think about it like that? How you meeting people and trying to use them every day for your own benefit? And if you can use them to the best of your ability and you get something out of them, you doing a touchdown dance. But y'all still supposed to be cool? Like y'all still supposed to be cool afterwards? Exactly, Rosemary. Selfishness is what prevails. We have an ideology of selfishness right now. Oh, Baron, what the fuck you talking about? Everybody on the planet has a brain. Like, that was some stupid shit to say. That was really some stupid shit to say. So I'm starting to think, you're not a black person. You're one of the white people who blacks aren't intelligent because we don't think like white people. You're not thinking white enough. That's not right. If we thought like people like you, bro, we'd kill you first. I mean, that's pretty much. I'll kill you and then tell your kids what to think. Like, we don't get down like that. But the other part of that, if we're going to be selfish, where you going to go from there? What you going to do from there? Because after you beat this person, of whatever they got, and you're going to go on to the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and then your stupid ass going to come around and say something like, I think I'm ready to settle down. With who? Like, what? You gotta settle down with like a movie villain or something. Cause you've been just doing fucked up shit to people. Like, you can't settle down with a person who's considerate and has a good heart and who actually loves and cares about a person. That's not, how the hell you gonna do that? I'm not who I used to be. Yes, the fuck you are who you used to be. You haven't practiced on being somebody new yet. Have you went out dating selflessly? Have you went out, interacting with people from a place of not being selfish anymore, not getting over? No, I just changed in my heart. Okay, does your action say that? Well, I'm ready to settle down and I'm gonna show the next person. Man, I ain't trying to hear that stupid shit. He was being. Oh man, exactly. Everybody making excuses. Everybody got an excuse. I can say when I fucked up. And that's part of the bad ideology, man. Like, when you can say you messed up something and you can admit it, that means you acknowledge what you did, and now you're trying to change that act. But nowadays, people are proud to be fuck ups. When you get with me, you're gonna get some bullshit. That's what I'm about. I'm about that bullshit. Yeah. Ain't it exciting? No, it's not. It's stupid. What you mean it's stupid? It's stupid. Why would I hang around you when you're on some dumb shit? Why? Why am I gonna go through changes with you because you feel like somebody need to pay? And just like with the women. Women got cheated on in the 1950s and 60s. Bitch, it's the 2010s. You wasn't even alive then. So you out here acting a complete utter ass because you saw fences? That's what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me right now. You saw the remake of For Color Girls, so you thought it was a great idea to go out in public and be a bitch to guys. That's what you're telling me. You went to college and they gave you feminist ideology, and you're like, we burn bras, we hate men, and you just gonna go out into the world and be a complete utter asshole to guys just because. And then I want to be a wife and a mother to what? A snake? Because you've been a snake for the last decade. Unless you're trying to marry a motherfucking cobra, I don't know what to tell you. You know, maybe you can put a, tie, tape a black mamba's mouth shut so he don't bite you in your sleep and marry the motherfucker and so you don't get killed. But if you've been a snake for years, that's what you're going to get, period. Point blank. People going around here telling you how much of a bad motherfucker you are. Who really wants to settle down with a bad motherfucker? A boss bitch. He's I'm a real nigga. Really? You want to settle down with a real nigga? Oh, okay. Okay. We're going to see how this shit work. That's the problem. So, it gets problematic. It gets real problematic. And the reason I bring up that part of it is because these bad ideologies of interactions affect parenting. See, people don't want to admit that when you are a man who has issues with your mommy, or a woman who has issues with your daddy, or you're a guy who becomes a woman hater or incel or some shit like that, and you're a woman who becomes a man hater and a feminist, when you have kids, this bad ideology got you acting so dirty that you corrupt your kids so they can fuck up somebody in the future. This is when people talk about these boys being emasculated. Why are these boys being emasculated? Because their mama hate men, their grandmama hate men, their aunties hate men. If they own cats, the cats hate men. The female dogs act like bitches because they hate men. And then all of a sudden, everything, you effeminize them, and then these women get a certain age and they're looking for a real man. What did your auntie do to your cousins? They look like real men to you? People, guys got to grow up and get away from their mama to become men, because you don't want to be around your daddy. Same thing, the flip side of that. Fellas, when you got daughters, you can't be a player in front of your daughter. That's not a good look. That's a bad ideology. You guiding them in the wrong direction. You're going to be a player in front of your daughter, and then she going to, start dating players, and then you go around getting mad. That boy think he just going to use my daughter and toss her. I ain't playing that. Your daughter was watching you use women and toss them. If you was going to be a player when she sleep. Be a player when she ain't around. Don't be a player in front of her face. Because she might start being attracted to players because daddy, was a player. That's the problem in this. Some of these girls don't realize part of the reason they don't necessarily have daddy issues because daddy was negative. They don't pick these guys who we like. Why are you picking these guys? Because their dad was abusive. Their dad was a player. And mom reiterates dad was a player. She might talk bad about him being irresponsible, but his player ways and him dropping dick off in 78, he's still revered somewhere in that lady's mind. So now you got these young ladies looking for a man who is irresponsible, who can drop some good dick off. And thus, this is why you hear women like Vivica Fox talking about at 67,000 years old, she's stopping, she's looking for something more than sex. Wow. And the dumb ideology of that is what? If you get in a relationship, you're going to have sex. So you should be looking for the other qualities anyways, because if you choose to be with somebody, y'all going to have sex. You're not going to be two incels together. Like that shit just stupid, just on GP. But once again, bringing this back to the kids, because it's the parenting without guidance. This point where you want to make these unilateral decisions. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because of the abortion thing. Women flipping out about the heartbeat bill. Do you know how stupid you look if you flipping out about the heartbeat bill? I'm going to tell you why. Your body, your choice. If you are pro-choice. The bill is named the heartbeat bill. It ain't your heartbeat. So if you flipping out on a bill named the heartbeat bill, what does that say about your parenting? Oh, when I know the baby's living, the motherfucker gotta go. It's a lose-lose situation for you. Because now you're not saying, just by the name of it alone, you're fighting against a bill that basically in 2 words tells you there's life involved. But you're so accustomed to making unilateral decisions, you're not thinking that the way they frame promoting this bill is against you. Ridiculously. See what I'm talking about? You cupcakes, too many STDs. You could die of a natural death if you don't use, if you have an unprotected sex. Nowadays HIV is a natural death. AIDS, as a comedian said, you keep having unprotected sex, you could die of 2 things: AIDS or KIDS. You can pick one. But this is part of the problem. We going out here and kids are graduating all over the country right now. Kids going to college, don't know their major. They just know they're going to college. Why? Because their parents been bickering back and forth for years. So, if you got some good advice, you had to get it from the right parent, because if the wrong parent gave you the good advice, you're going to be rebellious to it. And since you didn't listen to that because you're so fucking rebellious, guess what happens? You go to college and you do some dumb shit and you wind up graduating with a shitload of debt. Or what I see more often than not, you're just so happy to get away from home. You go to college and kick it and then fuck around and be on academic probation. And then you still, some of y'all get it, and then okay, I gotta get it right. And then others, what do you do? What do you do? Others mess around, get their ass kicked out of school. And then when you go back home and then you realize all your friends is in college or in the military or in the workforce, and you're just sitting on the couch because you had a bad ideology. I thought being grown was I could say, do whatever I want without no consequence. Now you just facing consequences in college and your future's on the line. What's popping? Shut up. What's good, fam? Andrew. Woo. Oh, man. What's up, Tony? Now, here's the problem. So since the parenting has lack of guidance, then what happens? Your kids who lack guidance have kids. And now do they trust you to guide them properly in raising their kids? Hell no. Because they realize how fucked up they are because of your ass. And now you want to be a grandparent and get involved and put your 2 cents in, and you still got a childish mind. And now you want, because I see scores of grandparents who are not allowed around their grandkids. I can't, you can't be around a grand. No. You can't, no. I just want to, no, you can't. You're not going, yeah, I can't have you fuckery around every goddamn day. No, thank you. No, thank you. You still ain't got it right. Or you get the ones who are rebellious as parents and think all those shenanigans that they dealt with as a child is on board. Now they messing up their kids. You know, how many of us seen them young girls, you know, on social media giving their kids weed, cigarettes, Black and Milds, alcohol, telling these little babies to dance and twerk and be provocative, dressing these little boys up like pre-gangsters, you know, and wanting them to be, you know, pre-mandingos in the streets. And tell them they can say or do whatever in school, and then they fighting and whatnot, and they getting kicked out and expelled, and it's everybody else's fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's this bad parenting we got going on. You know, oh fam, it ain't just liberal parents, because the conservative parents are doing the same thing. Only difference is we look at conservative parents as the parents that send their kids to all these private schools and get them in good neighborhoods and great educations. But here's the problem: them kids don't teach them kids nothing. You know how many kids come from these good neighborhoods and went to these good schools with these quote unquote good parents and good families, and they're complete idiots. They're in college, don't know what they're talking about. I hate to say this, but even on the conservative side, George Bush was the poster child for that. George Bush Jr. Now, to a degree, people like Donald Trump like that. You know, you was giving everything. You came from I don't even think he came from a conservative. His dad might have been conservative, but I don't think Donald Trump was conservative. But George Bush definitely, you know, paid for the schools. You're like, how did this dude go to Yale? Like, he too stupid. You know, it's the problem because, you know, we throwing money at problems. And that's another problem that we have as far as bad parenting. You want to throw money at everything. You know, we're trying to emulate white parenting, knowing, you know, black kids ain't going shooting up schools. So we need to chill that out, trying to emulate them. We're going to throw money at problems like white people. It's not going to go away. You got to fix them. Even with the white kids, that shit don't go away. They got to fix it. You know, that's all that is. They got to fix those problems. You know, so now we're parenting without guidance, but we're wanting these very kids to grow up and be the leaders of tomorrow. Once again, because my little cousins, they were supposed to be the leaders of the black community. Me, when we was younger, we were supposed to be the upcoming leaders of the black community. And the problem was always the same. The adults are supposed to be the leaders of the black community. You know, people like from 40 to maybe 60, and the people from 60 up are supposed to kind of just chill out and be consiglières and whatnot. But we keep doing this shit in reverse. We want these kids to grow up and just be savants about life, history, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, finance. They're just born as geniuses. And they're gonna lead the community. But the problem with that is we're not guiding them anywhere. We're not looking for the talent in our own children and saying, yo, okay, this is your talent, but I'm also gonna push you to do this in case your talent don't pay off. So you at least have enough money coming in with this, if you know, to fund this talent that you got to keep getting better at it. We're not even doing that. You know, in New Orleans, that was part of the mindset where you could work a day job and be an artist at night. What's up, Preem? Edward, what's popping? Cupcakes, I think I said what's up. I don't know. And that becomes extra problematic. Extra problematic. So, you know, are we concerned about the right things? No. Because the things that we're concerned about won't solve the problems. And the things that solve the problems, we want to ignore because that means we got to do the work. And we don't want to be each one teach one anymore. You ain't got to help the world, just help one person. Just one. If everybody helps one person, we'll be just fine. You ain't gotta move the sun and stars for them. You just gotta help somebody. You know, stop glorifying sluts and thugs. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Molly was good. That's a funny quote. Quattrell was good, man. Now, Dion was popping. And I gotta say this before I get out of here. If you notice, you have two complete ideologies fighting each other. You know, you got people in our community who are actually about pandering to dysfunction in our community, and you got people defending it. Now, the people who are pandering to the dysfunction in our community, they don't live in the dysfunction of our community. They're just pandering to it. So everything that they're excusing that everybody should be doing, and it's okay that everybody do. What's up, James? They're not doing it. They're not doing it in their lives. They're not living it. They're not that dysfunctional. But they're pandering for us to be. And then you got the people who are actually doing it like, yeah, I got the right to act a fool wherever, anywhere I feel like it. But then the problem is they're complaining that their life sucks. Why does your life suck? Because you're dysfunctional. You keep, reveling in dysfunction. You're a rebellious degenerate. So nothing positive comes from that. That's what's going on, right? Now, then you got the other side who's like, look, this is what we need to do, and these are the solutions, and this is the work it's going to take. And it's like brother said earlier, I ain't listening to you. You corny. You lame. That's stupid. Why I got to do that? Why I'm going to listen to you do it? Look how you dress. Look how you act. Look at their bank account. Look at their life. Their life is pretty damn progressive, functional, and pretty damn awesome. But you don't like their jeans. Ain't that some dumb shit? Brandon, thanks, fam. You don't like their glasses. You don't like they spouse. They ain't bad. That spouse ain't bad enough. Oh, wow. What? And then when these people check out and say, look, man, I can't help y'all because y'all concerned about the wrong thing. You can either have this life, but you worried about my clothes. Wow. You worried about, you're not worried about how I'm living. You worried about how I look. And I can tell you how I got to where I am. You ain't got to look like these people. You ain't got to look like Lonnie Johnson. But you can get knowledge from Lonnie Johnson and be like, you know what? I appreciate you, Mr. Johnson, for the knowledge. I want to try to be successful just like you. I'm just not going to dress like you, though. That's perfectly fine. But no. Then you call these people sellouts, whether they married to black people or non-black people. They not coming back to the hood. They ain't messing with the hood. You don't want them now. You don't want to mess with them. They corny to you. They lame to you. They sorry to you. They got no swag to you. So what are you talking about? But now, all the people that's pandering to you and all of your dysfunction, they live in the same neighborhood as the people that you call corny and lame. And because they're getting paid to say, go be dysfunctional, be a blackface and say, go be dysfunctional, and we'll pay you a lot of money for that. And they do it, and y'all just eat it up. I ain't gonna say y'all, but people in our community just eat it up. And then when the shit hit the fan, you're looking for somebody to come save you. And people are like, no thanks. Molly, thanks, fam. Now, I've been on here for 49 minutes, so In 2 seconds, I'm done. So thank y'all for listening. Listen to the restream if you missed stuff. I talked about like 4 or 5 different things about the community. So it's kind of easier than doing the 3 videos a day. So sometimes I'm gonna do lives. That's just what I'm gonna do. Thank y'all for coming out. Catch y'all on the next one. God bless. Good night. Peace.